What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're upgrading our Halloween lights. What we have here are spot and floodlights from Govee. You can see by how we decorate the front yard. We love placing colored lights throughout to really give off that spooky atmosphere. The biggest problem setting these up throughout the yard are all the connections and changing the lights. Most of the ones we use are cheaper ones we found on Amazon. They come with a cheap little remote. The battery's always dying. You can never really connect it. You gotta run a ton of extension cords because you gotta plug them all in individually. I did set some up in this room. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so for starters, you can see we got a bunch of cool monsters set up. If you wanna see any of these unboxings, stick around, check out our Halloween playlist. In this particular case, you can see we got one of our up lights here. We got the remote here, but of course this year the battery doesn't work. So as we try and change those colors, running into some issues, we're gonna have to go find either another remote with a working battery or buy some replacement batteries. And to really pull it off, you need to have multiple lights. You can see we got a purple one here, we got a green one over here. Turn these on and off. You're gonna have to get back here, unplug them, plug them in. It's kind of a pain. Looking at the website, we got the Govee RGBICWW smart floodlights. They also come in a 4-pack or a 2-pack. As we move down the website, you can see they're compatible with voice control. They got a ton of pre-programmed settings in the app. It's got music modes, weather resistant, group control. You can see that house they have on their website. Splashing color throughout, looks great. The floodlights have options with the whites. You can go from 2700 Kelvin all the way up to 6500 Kelvin, depending on the lights you have with the rest of your outdoor landscaping. Nice to have that option. You've also got the Govee Outdoor Spot Lights. You can see the 4-pack there. Let's start by checking out the spotlights. All right, you got your manual. You got your power supply, your primary switch, all the extension pieces for each light, and some stakes to put them in your yard. You got about 6 feet from that power switch to your first light, and then a little over 9 feet between each light. All right, looking at the spotlight, you can see construction looks great. Nice, solid metal light, weatherproof, so these are gonna do fine outdoors. Comes with these stakes. You got this little screw here at the top. It's got a nice sturdy hinge here to point that light. Each of the spotlights has about 19-inch leads, and we'll go ahead and show you the way it's weatherproofed. You can see here, this piece is gonna plug in like that, and you got this nice seal you clamp down on there. If I hit that on switch, you're gonna see first light turns on. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these lights plugged in. All right, the 4 spotlights are ready to go. Let's also take a look at the floodlights because we're gonna set them both up in the yard. Check it out, we got the 6-pack. These also come with stakes. You can see they're a little shorter on the floodlights. Same setup, you got your power supply, you got your power switch. Nice long lead as well. Let's check out the floodlights. Nice little rectangular light. Measurement on these is about 5 inches wide, 4 inches tall. You could mount these to a wall. You can see here, you got this nice bracket. Put that screw there and you just screw that on. Very nice, you'll be able to stake that into the ground. It's nice and tight, so it's gonna hold your position well. Let's get these lights plugged in. Looks like they're on the white setting to begin with. Turn them off real quick. Setting this up, as you can see, very easy. I love that they're all connected. You got 6 lights in one. That connection looks great. It's waterproof. These are gonna do fine outside. You got a ton of cable here, so it's gonna work well, spreading throughout your yard. I think for this first demo, I'm gonna set them up here in this room, light up the monsters, and show you how cool the app is. I'll jump in the app real quick, connect the spotlights as well. You can see I already have a couple Govee products. I love these smart LED bulbs. We got the light behind the TV, also a really nice feature. We're gonna go here in the top right hand corner and it already detects nearby new devices. We're gonna add that. Devices pairing. We'll leave it as smart floodlights. Press done. Starting with the white lights, it still looks pretty cool the way it's lit up. But using the app, we'll jump in here. Let's hit the red. Watch how that scene transforms. Looks awesome. You can pick all these basic colors down there. You got red. You can go orange, yellow. The green's gonna look awesome, I'm sure. Yeah, that looks great. Blue. You got like a teal color, purple. And then what's really cool about the app is, aside from just picking the colors, you can also come in here and pick each color to change, right? So I selected 3 of the lights. I can make those red. So you can start to blend colors in the app. If you wanted to, you can pick a single color, become green at the end there. Maybe this one will make it green as well. You got a ton of options here. You can play with all these different colors. You can mess with the brightness as well. So you can move that brightness down. If you want a more spooky, low lit room, if you want more color, you could blast it to 100%. I think I'll leave it at the 50. Another fun thing you can do is up here, you can pick different scenes. We'll go to festival and see they got Halloween setting. Oh, so as you can see, the Halloween setting is gonna jump around a little bit. It'll probably make more sense when they're in their yard. You can also use these lights for Christmas. As you can see, they got Christmas settings, Christmas gift, a ton of settings in here. I'm not gonna show them all off, but I'm sure I'll be using them during the holidays. Party lights, let's see what party does. That party mode is actually really cool with the monster setup. You can sync this up to listen into the music you got playing. DIY, you can do all kinds of stuff. I'm not gonna go deep into the settings because I'm really not familiar with it. My plan will primarily be to come in here and really design the way I want the yard to look. Maybe add a little movement. All right, as you can see, RGBIC spotlights. Same concept, right? You got the 4 lights here. So you gotta select all, maybe change them to like a green. You can see there they go in green. They got most of the other same settings as the floodlights. I can see here, you can pick the scene. You can do all the DIY stuff. So next step is we're gonna go outside, set these up in the yard, and show you how cool they look. All right, laying out the lights, you can see from this first light to the second one, you got a good distance. You got about 9 feet, which is perfect. We end up running it across the stairs over to the other light, and you can see we run them all the way across the front yard. Another one there, another one hidden over here behind the tombstone. 9 feet is perfect. That way you can just plug one of them in, string them all across your yard. We've also got some spotlights over here. We got some hidden back there. Light up the side yard. It's gonna look cool at night. So let's wait till the sun goes down and check it out. All right, so we got the lights placed. We got the app open. If we go to our floodlights, you can see we got some greens and some blue here in the bottom. Check it out, we can change our blues and make them purple. Let's try orange, match the pumpkin glow. That's kind of cool. And you can see, if we pan over this way, we've also got some spotlights back here. We can also, let's try changing all these to orange. If we go red, that might be kind of cool. Let's see, blue. I like the blue. It makes it feel kind of like a spooky graveyard. The floodlights. From orange back to blue. I think I prefer that blue color down in the bottom. Let's see all purple. That purple looks pretty slick.
I think it's just the back lighting of that wall. Maybe light blue.
Let's try everything light blue. Let's try like a scene. What happens if we pick Halloween? What does that do?
Whoa.
That's kind of fun. Gives it a little movement for Halloween. It's not very consistent. It's a little sporadic, but
With some Halloween music, I think it looked cool.
yeah.
Some ambiance, not just dead silence.
I think I'm gonna stick with the regular colors. Now what do we got over here? I think I'm gonna leave the blue over there on the right side because we're gonna do more of like a graveyard scene over there. And then eventually we put our animatronics out. All right, as you see, great set of lights from Govee. You got a ton of options in the app. One of my favorite parts is that you got one plug, you string 8 lights along, cover your whole front yard, backyard. Very excited to add this to our Halloween setup. Let me know what you think about these down in the comment section below. If you want to pick these up, you can support our channel by using our affiliate link down in the video description. If you love Halloween, stick around, check out our other videos. We got unboxings on all these monsters and a bunch of other great collectibles. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.